welcome to Crossing Ranch and to our hayride. We're so excited that you would come and spend an afternoon or evening with us. And as we get going, I want to remind you to hold on to your cell phones, maybe baby shoes, water bottles, anything that can bounce out of the ride as we are going along. We'll try not to bounce it too much, but it is inevitable for a little bit of it. Our festival now is in full swing. We're so excited. Things have been going so well. It's been extra warm this year, but we will definitely be appreciating a cool down. We hope it just doesn't get too cold, but I would appreciate, 70-degree weather, perfect. That would be where I would choose to live my entire life out. Farmers live by the weather, that's for sure. On your, depends on what side you're sitting on, but you'll see it coming back or going down are our pumpkin fields. Our pumpkins are amazing this year. We have over 20 varieties, and they are so fun to go out in the field. We have giant ones, we have mini ones, white ones, yellow ones, bumpy ones, and striped ones. And so anyway, you'll want to head out to the pumpkin patch so that you can enjoy those pumpkins. We'll keep heading down to our cows, and they are the backbone of Crossing Ranch. They're how we started out. The name Crossy Ranch comes from the brand that we use on our cattle. It is one of the oldest brands in the state of Utah. We think legend says that it is the second oldest brand west of the Mississippi. It came over with the Mormon pioneers and has been in use in Utah ever since. There are a couple ranchers that have it on different spots of the animals. Ours goes on the right hip or the right rib. And some people call it Plessy. Looks like that, but we've always called it Crossy. Not sure why. But the original owner to it was Ethan Jeremy, so we wonder if the E had something to do with that. But we know that my dad loved this brand because he got it from the Jeremy family, who he did get this ground from. We've been here since 1968, and he started leasing the ground from Tom Jeremy, who they became kind of like a father-son team. And Tom had lots of money, my dad had lots of energy, so it worked out well to begin my dad's ranching on his own experience. He did farm with his dad growing up, and he farmed over by the airport. That's where we had our cattle for a long time, and my grandpa started there and then sold that ground to the airport, and little by little the ground around Salt Lake City has become not farm ground. But we have one little spot left here, this little section of Salt Lake County, and we love it, and we hope that you love it as well, and that you'll remember Crossy Ranch as you go about your day and can remember where that name came from. So as we look down here at the cows, they are my favorite part of the farm. Like I said, they are the backbone of Crossy Ranch. This is what my dad did. He loved the cow-calf operation. So there's lots of different kinds of farming, and my dad owns the mother cows, takes care of them. They calve them out, and then he would sell the calves in the fall to a market. And then those people would take those calves and finish them out to become beef. These are Angus cows, and my dad thought all cows should be black and all cows should be Angus. He loved them. He liked their temperament. He liked the way that they could produce a lot of milk. They had good udders, and it was easier for him to raise calves using Angus cows. And that really is why they became popular. They do have a good end product, but Angus farmers enjoyed them because they are actually easier to work with. And my dad spent lots of years procuring a really nice herd. I mean, it makes a difference. If he had a mean cow, well, she was the next hamburger cow. So if you were mean or you were hard to get along with around the ranch, my dad did not keep you any longer than he had to, and he definitely never kept their offspring so that he could choose the best acting and the best looking, if you can believe it. He even bred for looks, not just how fat they were, but he liked to have a cow that had a better looking face. So if you want to know what fancy black cows look like, you're right in the middle of them. And there is a difference. Sometimes when I go places, I'm like, oh yeah, these cows are ugly. And my dad did do a good job at making a really beautiful herd. So anyway, I could talk forever about cows. You could look really quick if you came in the spring. These were the baby calves in the spring. They weighed about 80 to 100 pounds when they were born, and now they weigh around 500 pounds. So really good milk supply, good feed, and they may not weigh quite 500. I might be overestimating. But farmers love that because we get paid by the pound, and so if they can put on a little bit of weight, it makes it so that they will do better. I keep my own cows now, and we have kind of a different operation because we are doing more of the ag entertainment, and I'm not so worried about the end product of this beef. So anyway, I hope you had a great time on the hayride today. As I always say at the end of the hayride, there's nothing better than a green field and a black cow. So enjoy.
Quello che rovina il paesaggio non ti sticcavi lei, se no sarebbe perfetto. Infatti è bello di là perché non ci sono i cavi. Ora stiamo entrando, però di là prima che si entrava su questa strada era tutto, vedi, da quella parte non c'è niente, guarda.